Hi everyone, welcome to PR Software Training Institute. We are the number one training institute for the programming. Today we are going to start with the C language tutorials. So as you know that C language is one of the important programming language when we start any coding. So many questions are there in students' mind about this programming. So what are the questions they have and how to solve those questions? First, I would like to explain those questions. So let's say here on the board, I wrote some questions. Whenever student comes to us, they ask us why to learn C language. What is the need of the C language that they wanted to know? The second question they ask, why everyone gives priority to C language, whether you are planning for Java or Python. So everyone suggests please start with C. Why? That answer also we are going to see today. Then what is program? What is software? What is desktop application? What is web application? So these are the some basic questions which every student gets when they starts the programming language. So first I would like to explain about why to learn C language. So there are many reasons about or to learn about C language. The first and very important reason is to know the fundamental of programming. The fundamental of programming, we use C language. What is the meaning of this? First, understand. If you go to any programming languages, first you should know the basics of that program. What is the meaning of basics? Sir, how that program starts, how to manage the memory, how to print my data, how to read that data. To know all these details, we use the C language, because in the C we start from the very scratch, so it will be very easy to understand. Point number two, first we have learned about fundamental. Suppose after learning the fundamental, we will focus on logical building. Very important part of any programming is what? Logics building. Many programmer I have seen, they are very good at the coding, but they don't know how to create the logic. If you don't know how to create the logic, then you will never become a good programmer. So the first thing what you should remember, how to create the logic, small logic, that I am going to cover in this entire session. So why C is started? Because in C it is very easy to learn the logical building. Third, how to create the application coding. Suppose example, you are going to plan some basic application, but if you don't know how to create the flow of that program, then you will not become a programmer. So in our training, we will focus on how to create that application coding. So C is more popular because it is having very simple lines of steps to create the application. And very important, why people give priority to C language? Because of interview questions. Because I have seen in my 12 years of career, almost every company, they ask most of the questions in the C language. Still they are asking. So that's why again C is having priority in the market. So these are the some basic questions or basic things you should know about the C language. So if you are having any question why to learn C language, so these are the main factors where we use the C. Okay. Now the second is why everyone gives priority to C language. So here, as I told you, many, if you ask anyone like your friend, family member or anyone, they tell that please start your coding with a C language. Then you are having question, why sir? Why not Java or Python? I cannot start it. That is your question. Why Java or Python? Okay, what is your question? Why not Java or Python? Why C they are preferring? The reason I will tell you. See, you can start your coding with a Java and Python. There is no problem. Everybody can learn that one. But the problem in that one was, in the Java also, after beginning part, you are going to learn about OOPS, that is called object oriented programming. So in one subject only, when you are having first beginning part and then immediately OOPS concept is coming, lot of people are getting confusion in that one. So because of that, whether it is Python or Java, both are having OOPS concept, and because of that, what is happening? Students are getting confused. So that's why we suggest C, because C is just a plain coding, there is no OOPS concept. So that after learning the complete fundamental, after writing almost 100 plus programs, you will get the complete idea about the fundamentals of the programming. And then if you jump to the Java and Python, it will become a very easy for you. So I'm telling you this by my experience, because I have trained more than 20,000 plus students till date, where I suggest them the C language first over Java and Python, whether they are having academics or not. Why? Because after learning this, if they start with Java or Python, it will become very easy for them. I hope it is very clear why we give priority to C language, to understand all the fundamentals of programming. Then next question, what the student gets? Sir, what is program? The very important thing, what is program? Now, program is nothing but what? It is collection of a instruction, or it is a set of instructions. So what is program? I will say it is a, or we can say set of instructions. Simple, I will say set of instructions is known as program. Now, sir, you will say it is a technical definition. Can you just tell us in a simple word? So I will tell you in a very simple language this program. So program is nothing but what? Just you imagine that I wanted to just focus on this part. I wanted to write one program to find the GST on the given amount. What I want to find? GST on the given amount. This is one program you wanted to write in a real time. So how will you write? Suppose example, I want to create my GST application. Observe very carefully, guys. GST application. To find out the GST application, first thing what you should have the amount. Let us say I am taking amount. My amount is 1000 rupees. My amount is how much? 1000 rupees. Then second thing, you need the GST. How much percent GST you want to find? Let us say my GST percent I wanted to find is, if you don't know GST, goods and service tax. Now I want to find suppose 18% GST on my given amount. What is the formula to find GST, guys? Formula is what? Amount into GST by 100. This is my formula, which will give me the GST of the given amount. Suppose if I fill the formula 1000 into 18 by 100. So answer is what? 0 get cancelled. It will be 180 is the answer. So how you are going to solve? First you need the amount, then you need to read GST, then you need to calculate, and then you need to print. So how many instructions we have done? 1, 2, 3 and 4. And when we club these 4 instructions, that is nothing but a program. How to write this in the program? That we will see. But the instruction means this is reading is one instruction, second is reading, third is performing calculation, and fourth is printing. So collection of these 4 things is nothing but we call it program. So always remember, program is nothing but whatever we think. Suppose we are thinking any task and we need some instruction to perform that task, that is nothing but program. Then the second question will come, sir, what is software then? What is software? So in a simple word, I will tell you that software is a collection of programs. I will say it is a collection of program. It is a collection of program. Now I will just rough all this extra stuff and just let me explain you in detail. I will keep their program, and this is about the software. If you look at to this definition, it is a set of instructions and it is a set of programs. Okay. Now here, difference is what? Suppose imagine in a simple word, if I want to explain you what is the meaning of collection and program. Suppose if you are having marriage at home, how many things you need to do for a marriage? Marriage is simple. What I can say, it is nothing but a group of activities. First, you need to have lovers, so you are doing the ring ceremony. I will say RC. After that, you are performing some your ritual, whatever the rituals are there. Then you will do pre-wedding. Nowadays, it is very popular. After that, I will say here ring ceremony. Shortcutly, I will write pre-wedding things, and then you will have suppose Sangeet. Nowadays, it is very popular in every marriages. And after that, you will have final is marriage. Right. So, in this one, just imagine after completion of ring ceremony, can I tell your marriage is completed? Answer is no. After doing only pre-wedding, can I say marriage is completed? No. What you need to perform? This group of activity or group of thing, if it is got completed, then that will become a marriage. So this group of activities comes under the software. You imagine this is one program, this is second program, third program, fourth program. We are this four program connection, we called it marriage. Similarly, if I in real time, if you are having multiple programs to perform a specific task, that is nothing but a software. I will explain you in a technical words. Let us understand with a technical definition here. Okay. Now imagine our institute is Prsoftwares. Okay. So we are having our own software called Institute Management Software. What we do there, first, whenever the student comes to us, we do the inquiry for that student. We take name, roll number, average, name, about their fees. We tell them course we take, mobile number, city. All these are called inquiry details. So for that, I need to write one program. Second, that people will do registration. So at the time of registration, we take some details. So that is called program 2. Number 3, when course is completion, they will take certification. So this is the program 3, because when this comes for the certificate, we need to take their details and all. That is nothing but step number 3. And step number 4. In step number 4, what we do? We provide them the job placements. This is the 4th step. So in the placement, we take their details and all. We schedule their interviews. These are the 4 steps. Like this, we are having so many things. So this collection of this, all the program, I need to write inquiry 1 program, registration 1 program, certification 1 program, job placement 1 program. So this bunch of program, when we write together and put it into one folder, that is nothing but software, where it is performed the collection of program. So that is the difference between the program and software. I hope you got some basic clarity about this one. So here it is a collection of instruction and it is a collection of program. This will perform only one program and this is multiple program. Together we call it what? In basically software, there are 2 types. Some people say 3 types, some people say 4 types. There are multiple types, but I will just consider into the 2 types. Okay. So I will write here software, which was next point was desktop application and internet or web. Some people will call web application, internet application, and some people will call it distributed application. Okay, so there are a lot of terminology are there. Majorly we will say in the 2 words, web application and desktop application. So what is the major difference between this one? So desktop application is nothing but this application. Specifically, we use this application for a specific use. For a specific use. What is the meaning of this? Suppose I am trying to create any application for an individual student or individual person, then that is known as desktop application. Meaning, if you want, you need to install it. If you don't install, that application will not work. Those type of application is called desktop, where we do not require any internet, nothing is required for this. Which is simply a desktop application. So when you open a system on the desktop, whatever icons you are seeing, those are nothing but a desktop application. What is the meaning of web application? Web application is nothing but it is specifically designed for a group of people. What I can say, this application is designed for a group of people. Imagine one application want to use by a many people, then that is become a web application. Example, suppose a bank application you can take it, where one bank will have so many clients. So that time web application is suitable. Why? Because every client will not go into their desktop and set up the things, not required. So that is nothing but web application, where group of people are going to log in with the username and password. Second, in this one, as I said you, it is only for an individual person. If other person want to use, they have to install. But there it is not like that. One software can be used by many people. So what are the languages do we use here? Actually, we can use C, Core Java, Python. There are so many languages will be used. There is no problem with this one. But for desktop application, more popular are C and C++ languages. We can design in Core Java, Python. There is no problem. But specifically what? C and C++ are used a lot here. And here we use all the languages which are having the OOPS concept, I can say. Specifically in web application, OOPS will be used a lot. So like Java, Python, .NET, PHP, and whichever the language supports the server coding, those are specifically for web application. So basic, in coming days I will explain you in very detail, but basic idea about desktop means what? For a single use, and web application means a group of people. So these are the few questions which we have understood in today's class. In next lecture, I am going to start with the C language and about the history of the C language and some basic concepts we will understand. So like my video, please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you everyone.